So welcome everyone tonight. Got some new faces here and some faces who have been here many times before, which is great to see. Who here has never sold one item on eBay in their life? Quite a few. Awesome. Great. So tonight is a beginner night. We do have some experienced people in the room. We've got Russell, I know, who's approaching 7 digits this year, so all the way from Perth. So we do, apologies Russell, because it's going to be beginner stuff tonight. So that's the way it goes tonight. So tonight is beginner. So if you guys have any questions tonight, we've only got a reasonably small group tonight, so we'll keep it as interactive as possible. So as many questions as you like. If we start running over time, I'll let everybody know, and we'll have to close down the questions a bit. But while we're on time, feel free to ask questions. So for those who haven't been to one of these events, tonight, of course, is all about a beginner's guide to starting on eBay. The slides will be available to everybody here tonight. I'll put a slide up at the end of tonight where you can take a photo with your phone and you can download all the slides. So you don't have to write everything down. All the slides will be available. For those who haven't been here before, these are our 4 core values: sharing, networking, learning and community. I firmly do believe in the law of abundance. Where there's enough to share, we share the methodologies and the strategies of how it all works. This is a non-profit group. The money you pay to get in the door here goes towards running the show, which is paying for the room, etc. So we are a non-profit. There's nothing ever gets sold from here. Everybody here who presents does it for free, when no one is allowed to sell anything. So if anyone's got a firm grasp on their credit card, they can let go of it. There's no $2,000 upsell at the end of tonight. So our mission, as it says on the board here, is to help more people build their own full-time online automated businesses. That's what that's all about, and that's what we try to do. If you are a full-time seller in the room tonight, at the end, if people ask you some questions, please take a little bit of time to help them out. I had a lot of help when I got started, and I try to return the favour by doing these presentations, etc. Who am I? I'm an eBay, Amazon seller. I started just over 20 years ago. I've been importing for just over 30 years. I got into this because I was a divorced single father. I had 2 kids. I didn't want to go out and get a job. I wanted to spend time with my kids as they grew up. I'd already burnt my bridges a bit with my previous marriage because I was working a lot of hours, and I think that was a lot of the problems I had with my first marriage. So I didn't want to go and get another job, so I looked online, and that's got me started 20 odd years ago on this online journey. We started off in Sydney. We used to live in the Sydney suburbs now. We moved out of Sydney. We're remarried and we live on a farm. We operate the whole shebang from a farm. We have no staff on the property and we have no inventory on the property. Everything's done remote. And tonight and always, I always teach what we do, which is to outsource everything. And that's what I'll be teaching a lot about tonight. You learn a task and you outsource it. So tonight, interactive, guys. Any questions, please ask. If I use any words tonight that no one understands, please tell me. You know, we all get caught in what we call the curse of knowledge, whereas if you're doing something long enough, you do tend to get used to using words with your team, etc., and you forget that people who aren't doing what you do don't know those words. So if I'm doing those words, don't be scared to ask. A lot of people here have not sold a thing on eBay or even online ever before, and a lot of people, they're always trying to find stuff where they already know what to do. But of course, if you want to learn to do something, you've got to learn something new, and it's all about baby steps. All of us got here by just little tiny baby steps, and that's what it's all about, the old saying of how do you eat an elephant. So tonight we're going to start with the foundations first. So we're going to go through the foundations first before we get into the juicy stuff. Then we're going to show you how to find the best-selling items on eBay in any category, in any country, the top-selling items. And I'll be sharing a lot of links tonight. All these links are all stuff that you can do for free, so you don't have to go and buy software. Also, how to find the best-selling items for any eBay seller all over the world. Again, you don't have to buy anything, you can do all this for free. There's several different strategies I'm going to go through tonight, new, use, because there's no one-fits-all strategy. I like just new items. So I like importing and drop shipping, which if you don't know what drop shipping is, I'll go through that tonight as well. But that's what I like. Some other people like used items, and that's fine. Some people like flipping, picking, going to garage sales. I don't, but some people do. So you guys have got to choose your strategy, what you like, and I'm going to show them different varieties to you, and you can choose which way you want to go. I'm also going to be showing you how to get started for less than $100, how you can literally build a 7-digit plus business using less than $100. And I'm going to be talking a lot about outsourcing, about how to get outsourced staff from $1 an hour. So, first of all, I ask you guys, what does a perfect home business look like? And it's really important you get clear on this, because if you're going to chase something, you need to know exactly what you're chasing. Now, I know for me so far what a perfect home business is, but I've been revising this for over 20 years since I started writing down what kind of a home business I want to. How are you? Good to see you. So this is what is kind of come up through the surveys of what the perfect home business is. But you know, you tell me. Number one for me is always lifestyle. There's a lot of people talk about work from home, but stuff that when you're home, you should be at home. It's not about going home and doing 40 hours a week at home. If you're going to go home, go home. It provides time and cash flow so you can enjoy your life. We're only on this planet once, and the older we get, the more we realise how much of a shorter time we have left on it. You make money 24/7, or it makes money 24/7, 365, all by itself. Over the 95% of the tasks building a business can be all outsourced, whether an import business or a dropship business. You can manage it from your home, your favourite coffee shop, or anywhere on the planet. No staff in your house, no inventory in your house. Requires less than $100 investment. Get paid before purchasing inventory. Cash flow positive, no advertising costs, no pre-purchasing unsold inventory, no packing, wrapping products, no driving to the office and post office and queuing, for those who don't know it before, no waiting at home for couriers to arrive, and the business runs and grows without you. So for everyone looking at this, is there anything else that you'd like to see in a home business? It's all quiet. There's got to be something, come on. Free coffee delivery, pizza delivery. All right, so I'm going to show you tonight, I think we can, what was that? Cash. That's up here. Time and cash flow. Because it's it's systemisation, which is come really for us is automation. Because lifestyle for me is all about cash and time. Because you can't have one without the other. You can't have lifestyle. You can, there's a lot of people out there that are, asset rich but cash flow poor, and there's a lot of other people that, they work their asses off but they get no time. So you need both. So I hope tonight I'm going to show you a business that meets all this criteria. Yeah.
But no advertising costs.
Sorry?
No advertising costs, I think.
And no advertising costs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because with drop shopping, maybe you need advertising.
Sorry?
With drop shopping, you need advertising, if no.
Not with what I'm going to show you.
Okay.
Living on a farm.
Sorry?
Living on a farm.
No, our farm is purely a hobby farm. We have a no-eat policy of animals on our. I live with 3 females, so they name all their animals. So once an animal's got a name, you can't eat it. Yeah. Anyway, so I don't even go there. And sorry, missed the last one. No talking to customers. Okay, so let's keep rolling. All right, so outsourcing the tasks. Let's talk about this first. So this is the normal tasks that you outsource: product research, listing items, ordering items, customer service, bookkeeping, virtual assistants for $1 an hour. And you can buy an hour of life. And this is the critical thing. You can buy a whole hour of life, $1. So if you've got a task that you're doing, you should always be able to record your screen and do the task. Put a headset on, talk into your screen and record your screen while you're doing it, and pretend like you're talking to a 10-year-old. If you can record your screen, you can get rid of that task. For $1, you can go and buy an hour of life. And then when you can do whatever you want to do in life. Like for instance, on Wednesdays, I go fly my model planes. I'm into rudder control planes as my hobby. So that's what I do on Wednesdays. And how do I do it? I pay staff to do all my tasks for $1. Okay, so you learn each task and outsource it. Now, I'm not going to go into outsourcing tonight because we've done a whole night on that. But if you want to see that event, it's all here. You can just go to this link, again, it's all free, and you can go and watch, and you can learn how to get outsourced staff from Wonder on Now, and also how to train them. Allocate 10% of your profits always to outsourcing. So whatever your profits are every month, 10% of it should be going to your VAs. And before anyone starts thinking, oh, he must make money from these VAs, no, I don't. I've got no interest in taking part of their dollar from them. This is all I'm just telling you how to do it. So I ask you guys, what would you do on the days when you can go and spend $1 an hour? What would you do on those days and those hours that you can buy? Because you can never get that time back. Today, once at midnight, this day is gone forever. So this is where your free outsourcing course is at the bottom. I don't know why the slides are going a bit backwards. Okay, so why an eBay, Amazon business and website? Because a lot of people say to me, what's better, eBay, Amazon, or your own website? And my answer has always been, for the last 10 years, all three. If you sell these, why don't you sell them on eBay, Amazon, and your own website? It's 3 different audiences. So, and you can use software to feed to it. This is more of an advanced strategy, and I realise tonight is a beginner night. But you can use software like we use a program called Magento and M2E. It feeds automatically to eBay, Amazon, your own website, and also things like comparison shopping engines like GetPrice, Shopping.com. So I know it's advanced, but just let you know what you can do. So why an eBay business? It's easy to outsource. As I said, because it's all done online, you can record your screen. You can use programs like Snagit, which record your screen, you do your task, hit the record button, and you just give it to a VA and say, watch this, and they do your task. You can operate from home, coffee shops, or anywhere in the world. Anywhere that you can get the internet. With sat phones these days, you can get the internet almost everywhere. All the new planes, trains, and automobiles are coming out with Wi-Fi. So if you fly from here or there, you've still got Wi-Fi. Cruise ships have got Wi-Fi. 99% automated, you build it in your spare time. It's a $25 billion global marketplace. 182 million active users worldwide. 0 startup costs. Outsource your tasks. And you can literally grow it to literally any size. Yep.
Just correct me if I'm wrong. eBay, is something where you're not advertising through Facebook campaigns.
Correct.
Whereas if you've got a website, you are doing that.
Yeah, I'm going to get on talk about that tonight. Yeah, it's a very important point because that gets left off a lot.
This seems much easier. First option.
Well, that's one of the main attractions to eBay for me is you don't have to advertise your Facebook or because that's a whole science in its own right.
It totally 100% it's a science, and it's an expensive science. We have our Facebook person is full time. She works for us full time, and we spend a fair whack of money on that.
But you still need to optimise your product listing to get.
Well, yes, you do, but you can just take your listings that you already got on eBay, and you can just feed it through and put it on your website. But then you got to drive traffic. But hold that thought. We're going to get to it. Okay, so no office fit out costs, which can get very expensive. E-commerce, of course, is the largest growth market on the planet. We see over and over more and more bricks and mortar stores going out of business. Kmart just announced they're shutting down another 150 stores. In America, they have whole websites about all the death of all the shopping malls all over the country, and we just follow suit. More and more people buying online to the detriment of bricks and mortar. You can sell the same products on multiple platforms, like I mentioned. Low operating costs. To open an eBay account is free. To list your first 40 items is free. Yes, you get charged final value fees, but only when the items sell. There's no office or store to rent or lease. Good tax benefits from running a home business. Lincoln, who's an accountant down here, Lincoln did a great presentation for us late last year, wasn't it? All about Business Structures 101, about how to set it all up. So it was a great presentation. You can sell the businesses for capital. You can not sell the whole business, but you can take a certain amount of listings and sell them off. When I think I was about 15, I had a lawn mowing run while I was at school. And I used to go and put flyers in people's letterboxes and get lawn mowing runs. And so I'd go around my local neighbourhood pushing my lawnmower around. And then I noticed another guy in the local paper, which is our local paper, was called the Manly Daily, was doing the same. But also in the businesses for sale section, he was selling off his runs. And that gave me the idea back when I was 15 about, hey, could we do the same thing? Where he would build up to 100 lawnmower runs, then sell off a chunk of 50, and then you just keep doing it and doing it. And you can do exactly the same thing with this, is you build up a whole, take out all your pet products or your baby products or whatever and sell off that niche. There's a huge demand for it. So you don't need a website if you're selling on eBay, you don't need social media, no SEO, which is search engine optimization, no pay-per-click advertising like Google AdWords. You can be a hobby or professional. The difference is a hobby business makes less than the award wage, a professional business makes the award wage or greater. We talked a little bit about, a moment ago, about the advertising your website. And this is a big thing, because things like Shopify stores, which are awesome, are just your own website. And there's many ways of having your own website. It can be a Shopify store, it can be a WooCommerce store, there's Wix or whatever website. But you must drive traffic to it. And this is the bit that gets left out a lot. If you just open a website, put products on there, I can guarantee you virtually nobody will find your website. It will be the drop in the ocean. No one will find it. So you must have a mechanism of driving traffic. You can do SEO, which is search engine optimization. You can drive traffic through Facebook, through Google, and there's a whole multitude of other ways of doing it, but it all costs money. And even SEO, which is search engine optimization, takes a lot of time. Time is money. Right. Here it shows the average cost per click of Google AdWords, and you see here, and these are all the different groups, whether it's home accessories, gifts, whatever, and they vary from $1.70, but on average you're looking around about $1.50 for most clicks. Things like home loans, you're talking around about $30 per click. So if you're talking about $1.50 per click, you might need 100 clicks to get one sale. And you don't, whether you sell or not, you've got to pay, unlike eBay. So you might have in your campaign, you might have 50 keywords, you might have 100, you might have 1,000. So as you can see, it can cost you a lot of money.
Neil,
yep.
Where does an actual eBay store fit into this?
It doesn't. Most people don't go to eBay stores.
It's like a website, is it?
No, it's just, you can just put all your products in a store. But the thing with eBay is, most people's buying cycle is if you want to buy one of these, you go to eBay, you search for it, PowerPoint presentation tool, you find it, you buy it, you're gone. You do not go to anyone's store.
Why do people have them there? What's the thinking?
It's cheaper. We'll get to that. Yep. All right, so what is eBay? It's abundant free traffic. There's 182 million global buyers. So if you list it up, you've got the opportunity of 182 million global buyers seeing it. As you can see here, it just keeps going up and up and up. In Australia, this is the latest data I've got. eBay, as a percentage up here, Amazon, Bunnings, etc. Amazon also, latest data I've got, 44% market share goes to eBay, 9% to Amazon. But Amazon is growing. Like, was anyone here back in 2015 when Amazon? Yeah, okay. So when Amazon first came to Australia, I did the roadshow with. I was asked by Amazon to do the roadshow around Australia with them, and we brought them here, and we did the first roadshow here just before they opened up in Australia. All right, so eBay, 8 million unique visitors on eBay each month from your notebook, wherever your notebook is, whether it's at home, in your favourite coffee shop, or wherever. Today, building an online business is a lot different to what it used to be. Today, you don't have to guess anything. When I started, you had to guess everything. There just wasn't the data. There was no proven path. So we're all pioneers trying to figure it all out. These days, you don't have to be a pioneer. The path's been laid. There's tools and software I'm going to show you tonight, which wasn't even available just 2 years ago. So today really is the glory days. We can get all this information, no guessing. So if you're going to use VAs, which I highly recommend you do, if they can guess, there's a greater than 50% chance they'll screw it up. So they're not allowed to guess. Everything has to be proven data only. It's so much easier to do it today. Okay, so buyers are spending more than ever. Last year, over $4,000 per person in Australia. Buyers are trusting e-commerce more than ever. They're spending more on e-commerce. They're trusting things like PayPal. They're buying expensive items, and they're buying things like cars and helicopters and God knows what. Back in 10 years ago, the maximum that we'd ever list an item for on eBay was $150 because we knew people wouldn't trust the system any more than $150. Now they trust PayPal more than they trust buying things on credit card. There's Wi-Fi everywhere. cruise ships, planes, you know, it's just going everywhere. This is just back in December last year on a cruise ship in the South Pacific. You know, we could only dream about that we could monitor and run a business from a cruise ship in the middle of the South Pacific and getting full Wi-Fi service. You know, 20 years ago, that was like something out of Star Trek. But today, it's a reality. So tonight we're going to talk about KPIs, key performance indicators. Every business should fit into a square. eBay businesses and Amazon businesses, importing businesses, dropshipping businesses, they should all fit into a square. And if they don't, then we can always spot what's different. And that's the awesome thing about it. Back in those days, we didn't have squares, so we could pigeonhole a business. So if someone is not growing in their business, it means that they're not adding enough products. If their margins are too low, they don't have enough, it's a supplier issue. So we can pigeonhole and find out exactly if there's any errors with any business today. One of my favourite ways for beginners to get started is this. You look at eBay or Amazon and you find what's already selling well. And they're the items that you focus on. So you don't guess products. You look at what's already selling well. And then use the same products that are already selling well. Later on when you get experience, we can do a thing called a 1 in 10, which I'll talk about tonight. But when you're learning, just look at proven products. So it's like, you know, what hits the fan, what sticks to the wall. So that's what we do with eBay. We let everyone on the planet list stuff, and then we come along and see what stuff actually is selling over and over and over and over again. And that's what we focus on. So it's called operating in the cream, the 80-20 rule. 80% of most businesses' turnover comes from only 20% of their products. I'm going to show you tonight how we can look inside any eBay seller's account and see what their top selling item is, to see what their 80% is, or the 80% of their revenue comes from 20% of their products. I'll show you tonight exactly how to do that for free.